Hello and welcome to our final workout of the 4-week GMHBA Healthier at Home workout series. Today's workout, we're doing a on the floor core and glute workout. It is really nice to really wrap up all the movements we've been doing over the past 4 weeks. All right, let's get into our warm up. We're gonna find ourselves on the ground. We've got 3 movements for the warm up, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds to recover. We're gonna go through 3 rounds here. So first movement, we are starting with our cat-cows. Set our hands directly underneath our hips, underneath our shoulders, and knees stacked directly underneath our hips. We're gonna drop our belly, squeeze our shoulder blades and lift up, and then draw it all in up towards the roof of the sky and going into that cat-cow. So dipping through the belly. So let's work through 30 seconds together now. Drawing in, lifting up, and exhale as you dip and look up. Draw in. Next movement we're going into is our child's pose. So knees wide, toes together, hinge at the hips, push those hips back towards the heels, and then pressing forward over our hands. Let's work through this one together, hips to heels, shoulders over hands. Really get a nice big stretch as we push those hips back and then over. The next movement, we're going on to our backs. Knees up, feet down, a familiar movement of the glute bridge. Draw the belly in, squeeze the glutes, and lift on up. Let's get into 30 seconds here, making sure that your feet are hip width apart and your knees are hip width apart as well. All right, draw it in, squeeze it, lift. Flipping back over onto all fours. We're going into our cat-cows. All right, stack the hands underneath the shoulders. All right, and then dip and lift, tuck and dome. Let's work through this one. Nice big deep breath in per movement as you flow into the next. All right now, so we're going into our kneeling position, child's pose into that high plank, hips back towards the heels, and then up over our hands. Big reach flowing. It's all about this stretch here as we start to get a bit of mobility through those shoulders and through our lats on the sides. All right, flipping onto your backs, we are going into our glute bridges. Draw those shoulder blades back, tuck and tilt, squeeze and lift those hips up nice and high. Try and get as much glute engagement as you can as you drive those hips up. And if you can, try and keep those glutes tight the entire time. All right, let's get stuck into this core and floor workout that we're going to start. So it is 5 exercises. We are working through 3 rounds for 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, okay? So let's get stuck into it. Our first movement that we are starting with is our glute marches. So find yourself on the ground, on your back. All right, set your feet up like you would for a glute bridge. You want to tuck the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, lift on up, and then you're marching right, march left, and then come back down. Reset, tuck and tilt, squeeze and lift, up, up, and back down again. All right, let's get into it for 40 seconds. Set yourselves up, knees up, feet down. Here we go. Drive up, march to right, stay steady through those hips as you alternate, and then come back down. Lift up, right, left, coming back down. Keep that tension through those glutes. Try not to twist those hips. Awesome work there. So our next movement, we want to flip onto all fours. All right, stack the hands, stack the knees. All right, we're going into our bird dog. So draw that left hand in towards that right knee and then extend out nice and long. So elbow in towards the knee, extending long. We don't want to arch up, we want to keep it really straight and rigid. All right, let's work through this one together. As we work through this, we want to stay steady through those hips. Try not to rock. We're going to keep your midline nice and tight, your abs drawing in as we hold ourselves in this nice stable position. Absolutely no rush here. Awesome work. Shake it off. So all we're doing is flipping it up now this time. Right arm extends long and left leg goes back. So straight switch. Set those shoulders up, directly over those hands, knees underneath those hips. Extending out nice and long, steady through that torso. Nice little trick I like to say is imagine you've got a glass of red wine on your back, all right? Really nice, expensive glass of wine. If you let it fall off your back, you're not doing it right. So really draw on in through that core. Try and be as still as possible. Awesome work. Shake that one off. Next movement we're going into is on our backs into our dead bugs. All right, so lying there. Remember, popping those hands underneath those hips if you like, if you need, or you can have them by your side. Feet up at 90 degrees, 90 here, 90 at the hips as well. Draw that belly button in, tapping that heel on the ground. 40 seconds. Keep it tight. There is no rush on this one. And if you need a break, take that break. Or if you're feeling really quite capable, level up. Extend that entire leg out straight in front, like in the progression video or the demonstration that you can see. Awesome work. So we've got one more movement here. We've got our glute pulses. So lying back on your back, shoulders pinned back. All right, set those feet up, hip width apart, knees up. All right, squeezing all the way to the top, halfway down, and then up again, okay? You're going to do 5 pulses before you come all the way down to the ground and then reset, okay? Let's work through this one together. 1, 2, 3, keep those glutes tight. 5, and down. Reset, squeeze. 3, 2, 1, and back down again. Little halfway pulses. Keep that engagement, squeeze it, and down. All right, let's bring it back to the start. We've got our glute bridges with those marches, okay? Shake off what you need to with the legs, little rock and turn, whatever feels good. Setting those feet up. All right. March right, march left, coming back down. Squeeze and lift, drive, drive. Stay steady through those hips. It's all about the core and the glutes here. This is one of those movements. Awesome work. Rolling over onto all fours. You've got our bird dogs now. Reaching out right, nice and long with the one hand. All right, starting off with left arm extending, right leg extending. All right, elbow in towards the knee, left arm long. Stay as steady as you can through that torso. All right, shake that one off. We've got to switch it over to the other side now. All right, bring those shoulders back, roll out whatever you need to. Get in that tabletop position. All right, right arm, left leg. Draw it in slow, extend it out long, slow. Fantastic work, guys. We're doing so well. Shake that one off. We're going to go onto our backs and into our dead bugs. So remembering those dead bugs, 90 degrees at the knees, 90 degrees hinge at the hips as well. Pop those hips up if you feel you need that extra support through that back and through that core, and that is fine. Setting yourselves up and tapping heels to ground just below, drawing in that belly button. No rush now. And if you're noticing any sort of tightness or fatigue through the front of your hips, may just be because we're not engaging our core as much and we're just relying on our hip flexors to do that work. So engage your core. That means lighting up your abs, showing the roof of your six pack, and engaging through your pelvic floor. Fantastic work, guys. We're almost through second round here. Staying on your back, we've got our glute pulses. So pulsing up, 5 pulses before we reverse back down to the ground. All right, let's work through this one together. Keep those glutes tight. Buns of steel as we drive those hips up. Good, 5 reps, coming back down. Slow pulses, 1 second per pulse. Halfway down. All right, doing so well. We're going into our final round. We've got the glute bridges with the marches, bird dogs, dead bugs, and then our glute bridges to finish off. Set those feet up in those marches to start with. Getting ready. Driving up with the right, up with the left, squeeze the buns, and then bring them back down. Drive up, right, left, down. Awesome work. All right, flipping over onto your front, hands and knees. We've got our bird dogs. All right, you know that little analogy that I gave you with the wine? All right, let's keep it really steady as we go through this final workout. All right, left arm, right knee, drive it in and extend it really long, squeezing that glute of that extended leg. And reach as far forward as you can and as long as you can with that back leg. Enjoy that recovery. 20 seconds now, we're swapping over sides. Doing really well, you're staying strong. You might feel that core really starting to burn, and that is okay. Breathe through it, keep everything nice and tight, and then flow into those movements. All right, set those hands up. All right, right arm, left leg, extend out long, then we bring them in together. Breathe as you extend through this one. Awesome work. All right, 2 more exercises to go. Onto your back to finish off. Second last exercise, we have our dead bugs. All right, you're doing so well now. Let's get that core fiery. Okay, so pop those hands under or by your side, whatever feels right for you. Knees up at 90, hips at 90. We've got those heel tap dead bugs. Keep drawing it in, create as much tension. If you were to bring your fingertips to your belly button, would it be tight or would it be soft? If it's not tight, draw it in a little bit more. Brace, breathe. Awesome work. You're doing so well. Our final 40 seconds, we've got those glute pulses. Remember, 5 pulses, back down, reset, switch it on, drive up and go again. 40 seconds. Let's work through this one together. Set those feet, shoulders back, draw belly button in, squeeze. We go into that lift for those pulses. Good, making sure that as we drive those hips up now, we're leading with our hip bones, not leading with our belly button. Our belly button should be drawn in to create that tension through our glutes and through our core, and keeping our spine nice and neutral every single time we drive those hips up. Congratulations guys, you just finished the final workout of this GMHBA Healthier at Home workout series. Hopefully you are feeling a lot fitter, stronger, more balanced, a bit more flexible, and your cardio endurance is feeling through the roof. I look forward to hearing from you with your feedback and see how you guys are moving at home right now as well.